Jai Hind, dear students. In this video, I'm going to discuss the NCRT question and answers and also the co-mate question and answers of the chapter Nazism and the Rise of Hitler. Please see this video properly and start doing the exercise work. As you all know, next Saturday is your unit test. So I want you all to be prepared before that. Hopefully, you all are able to see this video and also you are able to see the screen. Let us go to the NCRT question and answers first. First, you all have studied about these topics. Describe the problems faced by the Weimar Republic. Now, what were the problems faced by Weimar Republic? You all have read about the Treaty of Versailles. You all have studied that Weimar Republic was not a very popular government among the people. German people hated the Weimar Republic's government. They blamed Weimar Republic for all the problems in Germany. So let us talk about the problems in Weimar Republic. You will get your answer when you will read the topic from the Treaty of Versailles. You should read from the birth of Weimar Republic, and after that, in a very short way, I will just summarize. Weimar Republic was the name of the government which ruled or which governed Germany just after German defeat in the First World War. So, as you all know, in the First World War, Germany, which was one of the main players of the Central Powers, it got defeated, and a very humiliating peace treaty of Versailles it had to sign. According to the Peace Treaty of Versailles, Germany lost much of its overseas colonies, it lost much of its territories in the mainland of Europe. It had to pay a war reparation amount of 6 billion pounds. The resource rich Rhineland was taken, it was demilitarized. So, because it was during the government of the Weimar Republic it happened, so people blamed Weimar Republic and its government for the defeat of Germany in the First World War. So that was one problem, that Weimar Republic was very, very unpopular. I would like to remind you all that from where the name Weimar Republic came, that is the political parties in Germany, they went to a town called Weimar where they made the constitution for Germany, which came to be known as the Weimar Constitution from that town, and the government came to be known as the Weimar Republic. Next are the effects of the war. People blamed Weimar Republic and the government and its politicians, who were also termed as November criminals, for the defeat of Germany, for the humiliation, insult of Germany, for the loss of its resources, for everything bad in Germany. So that was one point. Another is economic crisis. It was as Germany had to pay war reparation amount of 6 billion pounds to the allied countries, especially France and Britain. That is why Germany had to face a lot of economic difficulty. And then there came a time when Germany refused to pay. Now what happened because of that? France attacked on Germany, it took the Ruhr Valley, and because of that, Germany started printing lots and lots of notes, which led to hyperinflation. Millions and millions of people became unemployed. Prices of every commodity rose to unlimited height, and people had to suffer a lot. That was another problem which Weimar Republic could not solve. After that, if you all remember that America helped Germany with Dawes plan by giving Germany some short-term loans. Because of what? Because of that, German economy again started flourishing. But again, the unfortunate case of Germany, the Great Depression hit Germany, And because of the Great Depression, its impact was that America stopped providing loans to Germany. And because of that, Germany had to face a lot of hardships. Even students, there is a question in your comment that what were the effects of economic depression on Germany? You will write that answer from this part of the book. You can see here the German economy was worst hit by the economic crisis. By 1932, industrial production was reduced. We will discuss later. But from here, you will write that these are the problems faced by Weimar Republic. Next, the last problem was political instability of Weimar Republic. The Weimar government was itself politically unstable because of two things. One was Article 48. Article 48 gave the German president the power to impose emergency on Germany anytime, thus suspending all kind of civic rights or the fundamental rights and rule by decree, that rule by his orders. And German presidents always used it whenever they wished for. Another was proportional representation in the German parliament. None of the political parties never were defeated in the German politics. Any party, whatever number of percentage of votes they got in the election, that much percentage of seats they got in the German parliament. Thus, every time there was a coalition government, which led to instability. So how you will write this answer? You will write the problems faced by Weimar Republic is, first you will talk about the Treaty of Versailles, its effect on Germany, and so people hated Weimar Republic's government. Second, you will write about the economic inflation, hyperinflation due to too much printing of currency notes. Third, you will write about the Great Depression and its impact and how Weimar Republic failed to solve that problem. And the last is political instability. So Weimar Republic failed to solve any problem of the German public, and that is the answer. Next, discuss why Nazism became popular in Germany by 1930. Students, the same question is there in the comment also. We will go there and we will see what question is given. Explain any 5 factors responsible for the meteoric rise of Hitler. So explain why Nazism became popular in Germany or how Nazism became popular in Germany. Or this question also come like that. Explain how Hitler came to such power. What are the reasons that Hitler became so powerful and how he became so powerful? These both questions have almost the same answer. So let me show you. Here, I hope you all can see the screen. Explain any 5 factors responsible for the meteoric rise of Hitler or discuss why Nazism became popular in Germany by 1930. These are the guiding points. You can write these better. You write your own and elaborate it according to your own understanding. Guiding points. Remember students, Nazism and the idea of Nazism and Hitler became so popular. And one of the very main reason was the Great Depression and its impact on Germany and political weakness of Weimar Republic. Remember that because of the Great Depression, again unemployment, many millions of people became unemployed. There was hopelessness. People had no hope. They lost their shelters. They were not getting food. Big businesses collapsed. So there was absolute hopelessness in Germany. And also the government of Weimar Republic, it was absolutely not practical. It was unstable. During this time, Hitler came in the scene. And as we all know, Hitler was a powerful speaker. He gave hope to people. He gave hope that he will make Germany again a great nation. He gave hope to people that he will give employment to the youth. He gave hope that he will provide food to the children. He will give shelter. He will make Germany again a powerful nation. He will take revenge from the allied countries. He will take revenge of what happened because of the Treaty of Versailles. So because of his powerful speeches and because of these promises, people believed in him. The Great Depression and its impact on Germany and political weaknesses of Weimar Republic and its unpopularity made a solid ground for the growth of Nazism and Hitler. In such a situation, Nazi propaganda stirred hopes for a better future. Remember students, in the rise of Hitler, a very important thing is his autobiography. We have discussed about it. It is Mein Kampf, the autobiography, Mein Kampf. It's in German. Its meaning is my struggle. And this Mein Kampf autobiography played a very, very, very important role in propagating the ideas, Nazi ideas in Germany, and which made Hitler very, 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 very popular. The popularity of Hitler made the Nazi Party by 1932 the largest party with 37% votes. Remember, students, Hitler contested elections one time before also. Check it in the book when he contested, where his party got very less votes. But again, when he contested elections in the Weimar Republic in 1932, he was already so popular that his party became the largest party with largest majority number of votes. Hitler was a powerful speaker. His passion and his words moved people. Moved people means it had a great impact on people. His passion and his words moved people. He promised to build a strong nation, undo the injustice of the Versailles Treaty, and restore the dignity of the German people. He promised employment for those looking for work and a secure future for the youth. Another very important thing which led to the rise of Hitler, popularity of Hitler, and spread of Nazism was the show, the pomp, the ritual of spectacle. You know, the long rallies, the big, huge Nazi swastika banners, you know, Hitler's powerful speeches, parades, ritualized rounds of applause, the Nazi salute, etc., etc. Hitler devised a new style of politics. He understood the significance of ritual and spectacle in mass mobilization. Massive rallies, public meetings, the swastika red banner, Nazi salute, etc., made a great impact on German people and projected Hitler as their savior and only hope for Germany. You know, all these things made the German people believe that Hitler can only save Germany. Hitler and the Nazi ideology and the Nazi government can only solve the problems of the German people and make Germany again a powerful nation. So I just hope that you all have understood what you need to write in both the questions. One is of the NCERT and another is of the comment. Let us go to the next discussion. What are the peculiar features of Nazi thinking? This question's answer you will get in the topic, the Nazi worldview. Here you all will get the Nazi worldview. I will just give you a very simple hint what you will need to write. You will have to write the Nazi way of thinking, the Nazi way of racial discrimination, that no humans are equal, only there is a racial hierarchy, Jews are at the bottom, and Nordic German Aryans at the top. Only the Nordic German Aryans have the right to live on Earth and multiply, and only they should enjoy every resources of Earth, and other undesirables like the gypsies, blacks, physically and mentally handicapped, even Polish citizens, that is Poles and Russians, they all are subhumans and they also should not be treated with any sympathy. And at the end, they all should die and perish. That is one thing. Another, you can write that Hitler manipulated the scientific ideas of Herbert Spencer and Charles Darwin, and he manipulated their ideas of survival of the fittest and of natural selection, and he manipulated into his racial theory that only the Nordic German Aryans are the fittest human species to live and others should die. What are the other things of Nazi thinking? You can write that according to Nazi thinking, all those people who are physically or mentally handicapped, as they cannot contribute to the national economy anyhow, so they are a burden, so they should also get killed. Another, you can write even about the women. According to that, men and women were very different. The only role of women was to take care of the family, give birth to pure Nordic German Aryan babies, and inculcate in them the Nazi ideology and take care of the household. And the work of men was to be aggressive, very, very masculine, always be ready for war, be loyal to Hitler, and be ready to die for Hitler and Nazi state. So these are some of the things, basic things of the Nazi ideology, and do write it according to your understanding. But Definitely write the answers after reading the NCRT, and just do not write anything which comes in your mind which makes no sense. Please take care of that. Next, explain why Nazi propaganda was effective in creating a hatred for Jews. Now, this is a big question that what made all the people believe in hating Jews? What brainwashed all the people in hating Jews? This answer you will get here in the book if you will read The Art of Propaganda. Now, what is the art of propaganda? I will very quickly discuss this topic so that you all can write the answer. The Nazi regime used language and media with care. Media of that time and language, and often to great effect. And it had a great effect on the normal public. The terms they coined to describe their various practices are not only deceptive. Deceptive means something, you are saying something, but its meaning is something that is deceived, to deceive someone, deceptive. They're chilling. They're absolutely horrible. Nazis never used the word skill or murder in their official communications. Remember, the Nazi state was very effective in keeping secrets. So Nazis never used the word skill or murder in their official communication. Mass killings, killings of large number of people was termed as special treatment. Killing of Jews was called as final solution. Euthanasia was a term used for killing of mentally and physically disabled people. Selection and disinfection. Evacuation meant deporting people to gas chambers. Students, today evacuation means we evacuate people to put them to somewhere safe. We evacuate people. Let us imagine a cyclone hits Odisha. So in the news it will be that 5 lakh people have been evacuated from the coastal areas of Odisha, and they have been transported to some safe place. That is what is the meaning of the word evacuation in today's world. But they used evacuation for sending people to the gas chambers to kill them. Do you know what the gas chambers were called? They were labeled as disinfection area and looked like bathrooms equipped with fake shower heads. In West there are many these public washrooms, bathrooms where people can go. Many people can take bath at the same time, so that no one can suddenly understand that what is this. They made the gas chambers to look like bathrooms, so that suddenly if someone comes, they will understand that, oh, this is a normal bathroom, but they will not know that here millions and millions of people are being killed. Media was carefully used to win support for the regime and popularize its worldview. Media, all kind of things, whatever was available in the media that time. Let us see what were those things. Nazi ideas were spread through visual images, films, radios, posters, catchy slogans, and leaflets or pamphlets. In posters, groups identified as the enemies of Germans were stereotyped, mocked, abused, and described as evil. Mocked means to make fun of, abused means you all know, and the undesirables were termed, Jews were termed as evil. Socialists and liberals, who were the other political groups, were represented as weak and degenerate. They were attacked as malicious foreign agents. Propaganda films were made to create hatred for Jews. Many movies were made also to spread hatred among the Nazi people. The most infamous of these films is The Eternal Jew. Please remember this name. It can come in your objective type questions. Orthodox Jews were stereotyped and marked. They were shown with flowing beards, wearing kaftans, whereas in reality it was difficult to distinguish German Jews by their outward appearance because they were very highly assimilated community. Like we have a stereotypical image, just imagine, of a Muslim man, that a Muslim man will have flowing beard, they will have no mustache, they will wear a skull cap, which they wear while they go to read their namaz, the mosques, and they will wear a kurta pajama. That's a stereotypical image we have created in our mind. Same way, a stereotypical image was created. Kaftan is also same. It's a skull cap. It's a black skull cap which Jews wear while they go to synagogues for worshipping. And it was said that they had flowing beard. They had a crooked nose. Crooked nose means the nose is shaped like a number 6. But actually, it was not like that. Jews were so much mixed with the German population that it was very hard to distinguish who was a Nordic German Aryan or who is a Jew. So this kind of stereotypical image was made. Their movements were compared to those of rodents. because they were referred to as vermin, rats, and pests. Jews, the undesirables, were referred to as vermin, rats, pests. Nazism worked on the minds of the people. Nazism, the propaganda was so effective that it captured people's imagination, what they thought. It made them believe. People started believing, yes, Jews are our enemies, and turned their hatred and anger at those marked as undesirable. The Nazis made equal efforts to appeal to all the different sections of the population. The Nazis and their propaganda was so powerful that people believed that only the Nazi rule, only Hitler's leadership can solve all the problems of Germany. So I've explained the entire topic. From this, you will get the answer that how Nazi propaganda, explain why Nazi propaganda was effective in creating a hatred for Jews. Explain the role of women. What was the role of women in the Nazi society? Students, the same kind of question is there in the comment. Let us see that. Explain the Nazi cult of motherhood. Students, though it's a short answer type question in the comment, but write the answer properly and not in just few words. If it those students who have the comment and the answer won't fit, they can write the answer in their copies. Better everyone write the answer of this in copy, because the answer should be proper and well explained. So explain the Nazi cult of motherhood and explain that the role, what role women played in the Nazi society. Both answers are same. Let us see what will the answer. So you will get the topic here. You should read, all must read this topic, Nazi cult of motherhood. You will get it on page number 67, the Nazi cult of motherhood. Please read this entire topic. So to get an idea what was the expected role of women in Nazi society. So remember students, in the Nazi society, it was always expected, it was always taught to children that women are very different from men. The role of women is very different from that of men. So children in Nazi Germany were repeatedly told that women were radically, that is radically means extremely different from men. Girls were told that they had to become good mothers and rear pure-blooded Aryan children. That is, rear means to give birth, to take care of the children. Girls had to maintain the purity of the race. Girls, here we are talking mothers or girls, we are only talking about the Nordic German Aryan girls and women. The girls were expected, the Nordic German Aryan girls were expected to marry Nordic German Aryan men and then give birth to pure Nordic German Aryan babies. Girls had to maintain the purity of the race, distance themselves from Jews, look after the home, and teach their children Nazi values. Women who bore racially undesirable children were brutally punished, and those who produced racially desirable children were awarded. How? You will read the NCERT, you will find it there. Those women, Nordic German Aryan women, who somehow had any relationship with the Jews or anyone from the desirable community, they were brutally punished. Their heads were shaved, their face blackened. A placard was hanged from their neck, and in which it was written that I have insulted the honor of the country. And they were paraded all over the city, and later they were sent to the concentration camps where they would be killed. But those women, Nordic German Aryan women, who gave birth to pure Nordic German Aryan babies, they got many advantages, many rewards, awards. Like they were given favored treatment in hospitals and were also entitled to concessions in shops and on theater tickets and railway fares. Another very interesting thing of the Nazi rule is women were encouraged to produce more and more pure Nordic German Aryan babies. The Mother's Crosses of Honor. Here you can see one is the gold cross, another is the silver cross, another is the bronze cross. So to encourage women to produce many children, remember Hitler had this idea. Hitler had this idea that, just a second, students, just a second. Sorry for the disturbance, everyone. Okay. So Hitler wanted that more and more Aryan children should be born so that one time the entire world, or at least entire Europe, will be full of the Aryans. To encourage women to produce many children, honor crosses were awarded. A bronze cross was given for 4 children, silver for 6 children, and gold for 8 or more children. Okay, let us go to the next chapter. Sorry, next question. Okay, everyone. So you know from where you need to write that what is the role of women. In what ways did Nazi state seek to establish total control over its people? How the Nazi state, the Nazi government established absolute control over its people? This answer you will get from the part destruction of democracy. Here we go, destruction of democracy. Here, a very quick revision. Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany on 30th January 1933. After that, a mysterious fire broke out in the German parliament, and taking the advantage of that, Hitler imposed the fire decree, which gave him the powers to declare emergency over Germany and take all civic rights of people. After that, he started persecuting communists and his political opponents. After that, after the fire decree, Hitler on 3rd March 1933 passed the Enabling Act, which established official dictatorship on Germany, making Hitler the official dictator, and it gave him all the powers to sideline the German parliament and rule by decree. And after that, all political parties, apart from the Nazi party and its affiliates, were all banned, trade unions were banned, and after that, Hitler controlled everything. The state established complete control over the economy, media, army, and judiciary. Kaise? How come they established total control? If you all remember, special surveillance and security forces were created to control and order society in ways the Nazis wanted. Apart from the already existing regular police in green uniform and the SA or the stormtroopers, these included the Gestapo, secret state police, the SS, the protection squads, and the criminal police and the security service ST. They were given extra constitutional powers. They could do anything they want. They arrested any person who they suspected of anything they were doing against the Nazi state. They were sent to torture chambers, then they were packed and they were sent to concentration camps. So through these measures, the Nazi state or the Nazi government established complete control over the society. Now NCERT questions are as they are done. Let us go to the learner's comment. Now, which Nazi youth organization consisted of all German boys 14 to 18 years of age? Please read the topic Youth in Nazi Germany. There you will find the name of 2 institutions. Please find out in which institutions all German boys went from the age 14 to 18 years of age. Name of the secret police of Nazi. Right now we discussed what was the name of the secret police of Nazi. It was Gestapo. Next, Hallmark's Act was an economist. True or false? Hallmark's Act was an economist, and for that you will have to read this topic, Reconstruction. Here it is given, Hitler assigned the responsibility of economic recovery to the economist Hallmark's Act, who aimed at full production and full employment through a state-funded work creation program. So yes, Hallmark's Act was an economist. It's true. Name given to the German parliament, as you all know, it's Reichstag. Making up for the wrong done, it's reparation. Nazi youth groups for children, Jungwohl, the name of the world's biggest stock exchange, Wall Street Exchange, located in the USA. Name the peace treaty signed after World War I. You all should know about it. I will not say the answer. Who were called the November criminals? The Weimar Republic's political parties were called the November criminals. The socialists, the Democrats and the Catholics, these were the political parties who supported the VMR government and who made the VMR government. They were called November criminals. So the socialists, the Democrats, and the Catholics. What is the basic ideology of Nazism? I have discussed right few minutes back. What is the basic ideology of Nazism? Please write that. The basic ideology of Nazism is no human is equal, only there is a racial hierarchy. Nordic German Aryans are at the top of that hierarchy, Jews are at the bottom, and in the middle there are the other undesirables. So you know how to write the answer. What does proletarianization means? You will get the answer. Proletarianization, the definition is given here, page number 55, proletarianization. Please write it. What was Article 48 of Weimar Republic? Again, on the same page, here is another defect was Article 48, which gave the president the powers to impose emergency, suspend civil rights, and rule by decree. Here is a photograph you need to identify. This photograph is given here. Please see it and please take the correct option. Which youth organizations were made responsible for educating the German youth in the spirit of National Socialism? So, youth organizations were made responsible for educating German youth in the spirit of National Socialism. 10-year-olds had to enter Jungvolk. At 14, all boys had to join the Nazi youth organization Hitler Youth, where they learned to worship war, glorify aggression and violence, condemn democracy, and hate Jews, communists, gypsies, and all those categorized as undesirables. Here, students, you can see an illustration where you can see that how even in a class, even in a maths class, students were taught how to discriminate the Nazis, how to discriminate the Jews, how the Jews looked. It is showing that the Jewish nose looks like the number 6. So even in school and classes, children were taught racial hatred. Explain the threefold plan of Hitler to consolidate the Nazi power after becoming the Chancellor of Germany. Students, this question and the last question, how did destruction of democracy take place phase by phase under Hitler in Nazi Germany? These two questions have the same answer. So everyone should better write the long answer, and in the short answer, you can just write in very less detail that answer. Let us see what will be the answer. Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany on 30th January 1933. Hitler got the support of conservatives and systematically dismantled the democratic systems of Germany. First step to destruct democracy, the fire decree of 20th February 1933. Taking advantage of the mysterious fire in German parliament, Hitler imposed the fire decree, thus indefinitely suspended the civic rights like freedom of speech, press, and assembly that had been guaranteed by the Weimar Constitution. Communists and other political opponents were persecuted severely. That is first step. Second, the Enabling Act of 3rd March 1933. The Enabling Act was passed, making Hitler dictator of Germany officially. Hitler got the power to sideline parliament and rule by decree. All political parties and trade unions were banned apart from the Nazi Party and its allies. Third, full control of Germany. The Nazi state established complete control over the economy, media, army, and judiciary. Special surveillance and security forces were created to control and order society in ways Nazis wanted. For example, stormtroopers, Gestapo, SS, the protection squad. So that is how Hitler destructed democracy in Germany. Explain the Nazi cult of motherhood. We have already discussed the Nazi cult of motherhood. Nazism reflects ugly face of humanity. State 3 arguments in support of the statement. What does this question means? Ugly face of humanity. इंसानियत का एक घिनौना स्वरूप, एक गंदा भद्दा स्वरूप हम इंसानों का नाजिज्म दिखाता है. Obviously it is true. So there are many arguments. You can write your own arguments. These are 3 arguments which I felt are very apt. You can write your own arguments. So, the Nazi ideology of racial discrimination and its propaganda to spread racial hatred and mass killings of Jews, gypsies, blacks, physically and mentally challenged, and all other undesirables in Nazi concentration camp. That is one example. Second, brainwashing of Nazi children and youth by manipulating the entire education system and creation of institutions like Jung Volk and Hitler Youth to turn Nazi youth towards the path of hatred and racism and war. Third, the over-ambitiousness of Hitler to spread Germany's rule all over Europe, which led to start of the Second World War, thus disturbing world peace. Students, और भी Nazism के बहुत सारे ugly phases हैं. There are many other ugly faces of Nazism. You can write your own answer, but these are the three answers which you can also write. Also, you can include your own points. Whatever you feel was the worst thing in the Nazi state, what happened. Describe the impact of economic depression on Germany, students. This answer you will get from here only. The German economy was worst hit by the economic crisis. So please read it. Here are some of the points. The German economy was the worst hit by the economic depression. By 1932, industrial production was reduced to 40% of the 1929 level. Workers lost their jobs or were paid reduced wages. The number of unemployed touched an unprecedented 6 million. As jobs disappeared, the youth took to criminal activities, and total despair, that is hopelessness, became commonplace. The middle classes, especially salaried employees and pensioners, saw their savings diminish when the currency lost its value. Small businessmen, the self-employed, and retailers suffered as their businesses got ruined. These sections of society were filled with the fear of proletarianization and anxiety of being reduced to the ranks of the working class, or worse still, the unemployed. Big businesses was in crisis. The large mass of peasantry was affected by sharp fall in agricultural prices, and women, unable to fill their children's stomachs, were filled with a sense of deep despair. All the important points are given. Please read the topic and make your own answers, but do not forget to give 5 points. Explain any 5 factors responsible for the meteoric rise of Hitler. You please go to the starting of the discussion of this meeting, and there you will find I have discussed this answer. And at the end, how did destruction of democracy take place phase by phase? We have also discussed it. So students, please see this video, start doing completing your work, and if you face any problem in writing the answers of any of the questions, please contact me on my personal wall, call me, or meet me in school. Okay, Jai Hind everyone. Hopefully this video will be helpful for you, not only right now, even for the revision purposes before the examinations. Jai Hind everyone.